thinker, editor, author and ideologue, Swaminathan Iyer. Good evening, sir. Swaminathan Gurumurthy. I'm so sorry, Mr. Gurumurthy. Good evening, sir.
I'm also tired.
Well, I couldn't have named a polar opposite more than that. But Mr. Gurumurthy, please forgive me that. But Mr. Gurumurthy, do you think Rahul Gandhi has skipped the oath-taking ceremony because he holds a grudge against Chief Justice H.R. Khanna, who was the lone dissenting voice in the ADM Jabalpur case, questioning Indira Gandhi's imposition of the emergency?
See, unless one goes back to what happened at that time, what Justice Khanna dissented, if that is known, then the refusal or the omission of Rahul Gandhi to attend the swearing in of Sanjeev Khanna, which will be a much graver issue. You know, I still remember it was the 15th of December 1975. The question was whether during the emergency there is any right to life, whether any person had the right to life. All other liberties apart, that is right to freedom of expression, right to property, all these things are apart. Whether somebody had the right to life was the issue which Justice H.R. Khanna raised on the 15th of December 1975, if I remember right.
Yeah.
All other judges had virtually surrendered to the emergency. Justice H.R. Khanna raised this issue. Whether the right to life is also suspended during the emergency. All other rights okay. Right to life is a natural right. Is that also suspended? Then Nirende, he stood up and made the most infamous and shameless statement before the Supreme Court on the instructions of the Prime Minister. It may shock your conscience, my lords, if a sub-inspector takes a pistol and shoots down somebody, your lordships have no remedy to offer to him or to his family. Because the eminent domain has taken away all the rights from the people, and that includes the right to life. You know, this question was such an important question to be put, and the answer was secured that during the emergency there was no right to life. You know, this was not on the basis of any oral communication. It was the Constitution Amendment passed by Indira Gandhi, and the Constitution Amendment was intended to impose one-party rule. And when Rahul was holding the Constitution, was he holding the Constitution which Indira Gandhi passed at that time, which was rejected by H.R. Khanna, or the Constitution as it is today, after the Janata Party came and repealed the amendments made by Indira Gandhi? This question must be answered by
No, but
Rahul.
Mr. Gurumurthy, I bring you to the issue that, as you have rightly said, and for our viewers who may not be cognizant of that aspect of political history, the person on air tonight, Mr. Gurumurthy, is one of the greatest warriors against the emergency. He's a man who did not worry about being persecuted, a man who was sent to jail and came out stronger, and a journalist par excellence. And viewers, we are lucky that he's explaining the context of today's event. Now, the context is this. There is a politician called Rahul Gandhi who presently holds the position of leader of the opposition. He is surprisingly missing and has chosen to boycott the swearing-in ceremony of Sanjeev Khanna. Sanjeev Khanna is the nephew of Justice Hansraj Khanna, who dissented against the emergency. And what did he say? He said, I cannot accept a situation where a person's personal liberty can be suspended. Rahul Gandhi still holds a grudge against Justice Sanjeev Khanna's uncle, and hence against Sanjeev Khanna. And his way of showing that he's still angry is by boycotting the swearing-in ceremony. Now, this is ironical, Mr. Gurumurthy, because Rahul Gandhi goes around saying he believes in institutions, that the BJP has destroyed institutions. But clearly, he says one thing, but believes something else in heart.
That's what I'm coming to. The constitution, which was amended by Indira Gandhi to remove all the liberties and to create one-party rule, was the constitution to which H.R. Khanna dissented. And actually, his dissent made India awake to the horrors of emergency. We all underwent at that time. What emergency means, the current generation doesn't even know. So H.R. Khanna emerged as the person who represented the original constitution of India. So by not attending the swearing in of his nephew, Rahul Gandhi has not just shown small-mindedness, but he has actually opposed the stand of H.R. Khanna.
Yes.
Standing by the original constitution of India. It is the amended constitution of India which Mrs. Gandhi brought about to remove all the liberties. Is that the constitution Rahul Gandhi is holding as the constitution of India? Today's constitution is not the constitution of the Gandhi family. The Gandhi family's constitution was that which was passed in 1975 and which was repealed by the Janata Party, and the present constitution which he is holding is the Janata Party constitution. It's shameful for Rahul Gandhi to claim the right to the constitution which he is holding in his hands and not attend the swearing in ceremony of the Khanna family member. H.R. Khanna stood for that very constitution. So it's not one of those, petty-mindedness. Does he want that constitution which Indira Gandhi passed or the constitution that he is there today? If that is the constitution which he wanted, Mrs. Gandhi's constitution, then he must hold that constitution with 42nd Amendment.
Well, what he's shown today, Mr. Gurumurthy, is that it's family over constitution. I thank you so much, Mr. Gurumurthy, for putting this aspect in perspective for all our viewers tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the big story of the day.